Today we'll be working with prepositions and prepositional phrases. This video is for an advanced proofreading and editing class. The goal of the lesson is to be able to identify prepositional phrases within sentences. First, in order to understand prepositional phrases, you must know what nouns are. Here you will see several examples. The reason this is important is because all prepositional phrases contain nouns. There are no exceptions. Understanding this will allow you to identify consistent patterns. Next, we will examine prepositions. So, what are prepositions? First, we will look at some examples of prepositions before looking at the definition. Here, you will see some examples of prepositions go across the page. So, a preposition is a word that links a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to some other part of the sentence. You will see that definition appear. If you would like to copy it, you can. However, what makes them so confusing for English learners is that there is no definite rule for choosing a preposition. Here's 3 keys to keep in mind. We're going to notice nouns, see patterns, and find common prepositions. Here we have a mountain. Let's look at this example. When going through these examples, we will be using a consistent format of preposition, adjective the, and finally the noun. So here, we have above the mountain, below the mountain, from the mountain, and beside the mountain. You'll notice that we have the adjective the. This is an adjective. We have other words here too that we could use. Huge, majestic, ice-tipped mountain. So, we can examine the consistent pattern. Preposition, adjective, noun. From the majestic mountain, below the huge ice-tipped mountain, beside the majestic mountain, above the huge majestic ice-tipped mountain. You can see how this pattern continues. We have other words we can use, like in, and on, and off, and the pattern will continue. Upon the mountain, within the mountain, at the mountain. Hopefully, through this repetition, you can see the consistent pattern. Now that we understand this pattern, let's look at why finding nouns in the sentence can help you identify prepositional phrases. Take 10 to 15 seconds to look for the nouns in this example. The man and the store here are nouns. We also have to keep in mind the preposition to. So, look at this next section. 4 apples and bread. Here, we have the apple noun, and bread is a noun, and for our pattern, 4. Consider the patterns and try to find the nouns. We have the dog, park, and city, and lunch. All of these are nouns. But keep in mind the pattern, to the park, within the city, after lunch. To review, here are the components of prepositional phrases. All prepositional phrases end in nouns. All prepositional phrases start with a preposition. And some prepositional phrases will have adjectives between them. Here are some key common prepositional phrases that you can take a look at. To review, here are the components of prepositional phrases. Keep in mind that all prepositional phrases will have prepositions, nouns, and adjectives. Let's take a look at an example. Keep these concepts in mind when working through this problem. Take about 30 seconds to find the prepositional phrases in this example. First, to keep with the process, you should see the nouns, and in this case, a pronoun highlighted. These are just the nouns. Next, you should see the prepositions highlighted in green. We have more nouns than prepositions. So, the answer to the example is that there are 3 prepositional phrases at the restaurant, at the bar, and with close friends. If you had difficulty with this concept, consider rewatching the video for additional review. As an entrance ticket before class, make sure to answer these following questions. These answers were the basis of the video and should be understood to master prepositional phrases. Be prepared to work with a partner tomorrow in writing your own prepositional phrases and identifying those of the partners. I look forward to seeing you in class.